August Alsina is by and by out for the blood of the Smiths, and this time he doesn't mind who gets injured, nor is he keen on knowing whether the not-so-ideal marriage of Will and Jada separates August, is uncovering the wild and scandalous gatherings facilitated by Jada and Will in their patio, which takes special care of superstars who are on the DL. And I won't lie, what August needs to say is an entire wreck. It separated me. It was a piece of me being deadened, attempting to pull myself separated from it likely will be the hardest thing that I've at any point knowledgeable about this lifetime. However, for what reason is he coming out now? After so much chance to uncover Will, and might it at any point be that he is still a lot of hung up on information, even after she freely humiliated him and made him look vetless, hold tight fam, in light of the fact that we going to take a profound jump. So since Jada and Will got hitched in '97, there's been a ton of reports whirling around their transfer relationship. And one of the most stunning of all is that the two of them are pleasure seekers who have figured out how to stay quiet about their sexuality, so it won't harm both of their notorieties, and thusly their professions. At first the bits of gossip about Will being sexually unbiased begun circumventing after he featured in 6 Levels of Division as a gay swindler, yet he wouldn't do the scene where he should kiss his co-star Anthony Michael Lavi, since he would have rather not seem to be gay to his loved ones in Philly. In a meeting with E, he said, "It was extremely youthful on my part. I was thinking, how can my companions in Philly go to ponder this? I wasn't genuinely sufficiently steady to masterfully focus on that part of the film." However, at that point, Will distribute his self-portrayal. And as he attempted to advance it, he referenced that while technique acting in 6 Levels of Detachment, he was completely lowered in the person for 6 to 8 days at a time and needed to encounter everything as his characters would, and things got so extraordinary occasions that he experienced passionate feelings for Stockard Channing, his co-star it resembles on 6 Levels of Detachment. I went gaga for Stockard Channing, a piece of it became me, and this is truly fascinating since, supposing that he truly was that profound into the job, why did he ask that the chief and scholars eliminated the kissing scene among him and Anthony? Except if obviously he was truly apprehensive that people will attract a lined up between his job, the film, and his genuine appreciation for men. Yet this isn't the possibly fascinating thing with regards to Jada and Will's marriage. Transsexual dissident and entertainer Alexis Arquette blamed Will for being a facial hair growth spouse, and that Jada and Will's association was pretty much a rainbow marriage, which is truly when two closeted strange individuals get together to cover their tracks and attempt to lead a socially oak life. In an erased Facebook post, Alexa said, when Jada emerges as gay in her facial hair spouse concedes his most memorable marriage finished, which he strolled in on him, overhauling his friendly benefactor Benny Mandina. Then a rundown into them. However, Will's ex Cherie Fletcher went on the protection and rejected that something like this consistently occurred, and that she didn't leave Will since she found him cheating. In addition to the fact that it is off the mark, it's by no means evident, and I'm irritated, and I'm harmed in keeping in mind that this appeared to be all around good-natured and certified fans promptly began thinking that Sherry went this hard on Alexis to guard Will since she realized the bits of gossip were valid and didn't have any desire to harm his standing or their child's plate. Yet the most chaotic claims yet against Will are those of the mysterious gay gatherings he have with Diddy for the elites of media outlets who are on the DL. Puma Wright blamed Will and Jada for facilitating such gatherings to exploit the young fellows who go to them for help in their vocation, including specialists like Resigned Factory's Basher Dim. And you got it, August Alsina. They're both sexually unbiased. They do bizarre things in their home, and young fellows have gone out shouting to move away from them in their mentorship. Tame Plants Basher Dim let that house shouting August, the one in particular who remained, and I surmise he was truly wiped out. He wanted out. She additionally uncovered Diddy as his associate And you all realize Pup has been in the information for these sorts of charges for quite a while. I think one allegation that truly stood apart for me was when Quality Arrangement, his previous guardian, went on Vlad television and let the world know that Puffy and Ja Rule once vanished into a room with a pack of toys and came out butt bare when Jabriel's cousin intruded on their stream. This rapper and him, they all in the room together, is Sarah, the young lady Puff, and his buddy, this rapper. So, I'm here at the entryway. And stuff like that, like definitely so then. At that point, before you know it, someone rang the doorbell. We had the official suite where we was at, so I opened the entryway. And other men say, "Yo, I'm hanging around for my cousin." I said, "Who your cousin?" And he said, "Of Joe Rule." I said, "Well, he occupied right now." He said, "Yo, you in the middle of doing what I said he would." Puff, they're in the room they occupied. They would rather not be annoyed. He said, "Well, I'm going in there." I said, "Bud, you ain't going in there," since he let me know they don't maintain that no one should annoy him. He resembled, "Yo, I don't mind, man, I'm going in there, that book like that." I say, "Yo, brother, Jesus Christ needed to descend here and remove the air from my body before you get in that room, not too far off. What you attempting to bum rush me?" I got it and tossed him against the piano. When I tossed him into piano, Puff and Jay Preclude runs the room. Puff landed his tile position, snatching his pinnacle. They but the Bearwell, August, who has most certainly been a visitor at one of these gatherings, is at long last ending his quietness regarding the matter, and very much like I guaranteed you before it's a wreck. So on the off chance that you fail to remember the whole trap show, August and Jetta were playing with one another on display. However, nobody really thought a thing, since August was a greater amount of the speed of Willow, Jada's little girl, than Jetta herself. I mean, assuming that we're talking age, style, and outright old legitimacy. August and Jada had no business together, except for, as per August, they began dating with the favors and endorsement of Will. However, at that point, Will needed to recover his young lady back, and Jada became weary of her side piece. So the two of them bended August and eliminated him from the image. Well, August didn't take that too well. And in 2019, he dropped Nunya, where he was messaging somebody named Corin, which is Jada's center name. And with coded verses, he discussed how he was grief-stricken that Corin, otherwise known as Jada, was playing him. However, at that point, he rejected that the verses were ever about Jay, until he proceeded to examine Jada and was saying that he was a major piece of their family, and everybody around them knew he and Jada were a thing. And he simply needed to dispel any confusion, since individuals were seeing him like some homewrecker. And the long and short was that he painted himself as some casualty who was utilized by Jada to make Will desirous. Like, once it begins to influence me in my work, I need to shout out about my reality and stand on my jawline with whatever might show up with it. Will be it disheartening that she never addressed it. And keeping in mind that there's simply a ton to say regarding the reason why Jetta needed to make Will desirous, despite the fact that on the gram they resembled the ideal power couple, I'll zero in on the way that 14 days after this interview broadcasted, and everybody resembled what if Jetta hauled Will to the red table to work through issues that, as I would like to think, ought to have been left private. However, in the soul of tending to the bits of gossip began by August's meeting, Jada called her relationship with August an ensnarement that was brought about by the hurt she carried on from her experience growing up, and the partition she and Will went through exactly when she met August. You want to say plainly what occurred, to the extent that what you and I concluded we planned to take our space. Furthermore, what happened, better believe it, and afterward I got into an entrapment with August. That is what I said, an ensnarement. Yes, a relationship. Yes, it was a relationship, totally in the Jetta position at this moment. So you during that time sent off into a cooperation with August. What do you feel like you were searching for? I simply needed to feel great. It had been for such a long time since I felt better. And it was actually a delight to assist with recuperating someone. Definitely, I believe that has a ton to do with my codependency. and as per her August, was the person who quit staying in contact from there. The sky is the limit or less cut off the friendship since she was attempting to fix things up with Will and begin to understand specific things about you. And he chose to break all correspondence with me, which was absolutely reasonable right. And this isn't whenever Will first has needed to come to the protection of Jada for bobbling with different men. While she's been hitched to him, in 2011 Jada was blamed for cheating with Gilo's better half.